Hey, we went live almost instantly.
Oh,
Hi, everybody. I'm Lion. And today with me are other people.
Weiss, human monk.
Other people make it easier to make a game. I'm Farine. I am the Minotaur Druid.
And we have... Ow.
I'm Nargosh, the half-orc barbarian.
Who's getting bitched up by gods?
I get yelled at by everybody. So I definitely loaded up Gamma World by accident.
Good job.
Yeah, well.
Why am I always the last one to be loaded?
I don't know. So, previously...
Just tell me if this makes sense, real quick.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yes, that does.
Perfect. Okay.
Previously, the party had confronted Andreas and then killed a dragon.
We did?
I
Oh, yeah, we
want
did.
it to be my buddy!
Daenerys must be pretty mad right now.
I kissed it.
She can go resume running her city all she wants and be mad at us. Because that's all she's going to do for the next few seasons, probably. Or books. Anyway. And after killing the dragon, I will generate what you get out of the dragon hide and all that later on. But the party had made their way to the rest of the way to Baga. However, today we have a player returning to us. That would be Shintoinlin.
What?
You're back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
About 2 days ago, or 2 days previous in relative terms, which makes no sense, 2 days before the present time, you had a visitor in Gorga. It was a very old shaman who had visited you and came to you with the news that you were being summoned to another place. You were being summoned to the capital of the nation. He did say he can provide teleportation, but it was imperative that you joined him. That your companions would be needing you soon. Yeah, I know you're looking at the stream. You can try and figure out what that means all you want. I'm not telling you. He says unless you have any objections, Shintoinlin, he would need you to come with him.
I'm sorry, I was completely... I'm sorry.
You're being summoned to the capital by an orc shaman.
Okay, I go.
Okay. And that will bring everyone back together to the same timeline. So. Whoops. Nargosh and company arrive at Baga. It is a very large tribal city. It appears to have more permanent structures than most of the places you've passed along the way. And in the center, there's a great bonfire burning at all time.
Wait, what does that say?
What? Did you just see what the name of the monster was?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Still not telling you what it is. You can
That's
sit.
heresy. That's what that is.
You can sit and be confused all you'd like. That's what you get for looking at the stream. So, you lot have arrived at Baga. You're guessing that, also, yes, everyone is now back together. But you're guessing that the people you need to talk to are at the center at the bonfire.
Okay.
Is anyone... who's going to go? I know Watcher's going, because I have executive control over him for now.
I guess I will go.
Okay.
Where are we going to? A bonfire? I don't see
Yeah.
that.
It's not on the map.
Oh, I'm gonna draw it. People can move to it while I'm drawing it. So I have Space Jam stuck in my head.
Come on and
Come
slam.
on and slam and take it to the jam.
My personal favorite is Come On and Slam and Welcome to Japan. Which is that's an actual sign, like at a Japanese airport. It just says Come On and Slam and Welcome to Japan.
In English?
Mm-hmm. So, as you reach around the bonfire, you see a very large collection of people. Oops, I wanted to hit pop-out chat. Chief among them, I made it.
Is Nargosh.
No. Well, sort of. Chief among them is a very tall, powerful-looking orc who just sort of stands there eyeing you up. To his side
Nargosh?
is... Not Nargosh. To his side is the shaman that had summoned you. Shintoinlin.
Okay. I will go up to him and be like, hey, I was summoned.
I'll nod and I'll point to the person who's standing next to him at the fire and say, by him.
Okay, and I turn towards him, and I have a questioning look on my face.
And say, my name is Radbug Voltog. I am chief of this land. You were summoned here because of your traveling companion's arrival. They were to be here soon, and we needed you to be here.
Okay.
I'll say, it appears as though they would have some amount of business with us, and we have some business with them. So I'm going to ask, is Kara actually here at the moment?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Hold on.
She's still smoking a cigarette.
Ah. That would explain why she was so quiet. Well, they begin putting wood on the fire and intensifying it, and they hand out some basic food and drink, and say, let us feast before we eat or before we discuss business.
Do they have anything that's not meat?
A fair amount of stuff.
Good! Good, the cow was happy.
And they sustenance farm, so they have, wheat. Well, they have some amount of grains, stuff like that. It's nothing too advanced, but it's better than stale bread and dried cheese. Or salted cheese, rather.
Yep, totally gonna go for those grains. Do they have any hay?
Some amount.
Dibs.
They do also have roasted boar, roasted deer, a few other types of meats that you haven't seen before. Seems to be exotic meats, or at least exotic relative to where you all come from, except for Scotland and Nargosh. Hi.
Welcome back!
Hi.
You guys are currently at the bonfire with the nation's chieftain. And you are currently feasting.
Oh boy.
Yay, BC.
Kara! Move your shit!
What?
Get your ass over here! Becca.
Where's Luca?
There's Luca.
No, Luca, no. It's my cereal.
Why do you keep giving me space scrubs?
I will put the right token there. Give me a second.
Space crabs are not acceptable. Nor space sloths.
Damn.
You're fired.
But the feasting has been going on for a little bit of time now.
So Nargosh is going to take a whole pig and go into a corner somewhere and eat it.
All right, roll me an endurance check.
Stomach explodes.
29.
Wow.
You managed to eat the entire pig. Congratulations, you've eaten an entire pig.
Oh, I'm sorry. 30. My endurance is an 11.
Hmm.
Give me control of
I'm-
I don't even get heartburn.
Just give me a second.
No, no seconds for you.
There. Now you have Luca.
I still can't control her.
Oh, hey. Now you can. But yes, the food
Still
passes.
can't control her.
Oh,
Why are you sucking, Lion?
whatever. It's controllable now. So, the feasting takes about an hour, and then once it has finally passed, you'll clear away the food and say, "It appears to me that you have some amount of business here." And he will look at Ascatla.
The Scotla will step forward.
Who are we
Into the
talking to?
fire.
The
There's no-
head chief. There doesn't need to be a token unless you plan on killing him and trying to take over the nation.
No.
Well, have you met Nargosh?
No. Put the cucaracha back.
These are orcs, though. You don't kill fellow orcs.
That's my cockroach. You can't have him. Her. It.
It has 200% more maracas.
It does. Okay.
Alright,
Escala
so-
will step forward. She will explain to the chieftain that her father and many of their family was slain by some sort of usurper wielding strange magic back in the village. That works.
I hear furious typing.
That's Weiss. It's always Weiss.
It's only been a month and 10 days. It hasn't been months yet.
All
right.
it's all
So yes,
going to be months.
Escatla is explaining
Were
that
we-
her father was slain and that, she has traveled far and made it back to her village and found them slain. But we uprooted the usurper and reestablished order. I put my sister, Iskara, in charge of the village. The village has been named Meha, after my mother.
He will nod and say, very well. And he will turn to his shaman and, say, make note of this. And the shaman will step out for a second, and it looks like he goes and talks to another younger, probably attendant or shaman, and then steps back. And he says, do you have any further business on your end?
I wish to find the murderers of my father. I don't know if it was the usurper himself, but I want to hunt every last one of them down.
He will pause for a second and say, well, someone just disconnected.
That was me. I closed the wrong tab.
He will say, you have taken care of several of the people at least. We'll say the usurper, as far as we could tell, was one. And, well, Andreas appeared to have been another responsible party.
Andreas has been dealt with, but I should warn you, a very strange sort of magic was being used against us there are forces at work here that we can't explain.
You will see from a tent back somewhere in here. I need to find the image for this person. A person will be stepping out of the... Is that the right one? No, I want the older one. A person will be stepping out of the tent. And I forgot to save the image because I didn't think this would be relevant. But the person stepping out of the tent, perhaps I can shed some information on that.
Scott will narrow her eyes and sort of glare at him, wary and mistrustful, thinking that there might be people working within the nation to do some dirty work. So she's mistrustful at first. What information do you have?
The human will say, well, I know where some of the strange magic came from. It came from a place you have long since abandoned.
Explain.
Well, did that not places the token down? No, it didn't, of course. You'll say, there was a village that did not maintain the aspect I wanted it to. Whatever. You know what? It's close enough. That's who emerged, despite not having the full image. You have no idea.
He's looking at the tent like, oh my god, I've been inside that ugly thing.
Oh my god, it was a tent I was in the entire time.
That's what she said?
That's so terrible.
My tent is so...
He said, but we're not gonna go there.
Yeah,
tent
that's
is
what
so
he
sticky.
said.
No, stop, Aaron, no. Here, I've got a better image. But he will say, yes, a village once that you had sworn to protect is
It
now...
looks like he's pointing down towards a specific something.
He's actually pointing at a vampire, and he's telling him off. There is no context for that image other than the one I just gave you.
Okay.
He will,
Well,
he will say that you had sworn to protect, and it is now the epicenter of a very large and unfortunate series of events. Nargash, you recognize this guy.
I do.
Yeah.
Why?
He Valhalla blocked you?
When was that? Oh, that...
Yeah, it's that guy.
Whenever you fed yourself to a kobold.
Yeah.
Please don't punch him in the face.
14 plus
To do what?
I bet he's flexing.
12. 20, yeah, I'm flexing. I'm flex pointing at him. You know how, like, those dudes at the beach that go, like, when you ask him where something is, they, like, flex and point in a direction?
He will counterflex.
And he's just gonna go, okay, shush. He's flex pointing at him and goes, you!
He counterflexes.
Pathetic.
Says, yes, me.
I'm gonna flex again. This is how we're gonna have this conversation.
My god, it's like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah,
with-
it's Armstrong and
Hey,
That's
hey
exactly
guys.
what's going through my head
Guys,
right now.
hey, I gotta go. There's a serious issue that just came up with my roommates and me. There's a possibility that I may not be able to live at this house for very much longer, including my roommates. Our landlords are selling the property. So, Lion, I'm going to give you executive whatever over top of Shintoinland for now.
okay.
I may or may not be back tonight.
Okay.
But, I got to take care of this.
Yep, no problem. Real life always comes first.
Yep.
Good luck with that.
There is no
Yeah.
IRL, only AFK.
Alright, I'm gonna
Take it
flex
easy,
at
guys.
him.
Yep.
See ya. I'll flex at him as I'm saying, like, I thought you were supposed to be dead and go. "Arrgh." You gotta. Oh, that's a shithole.
And I thought
I'm really
you were
bad at
supposed to stay alive long enough to do something worthwhile with your life.
Never agreed on that.
And yet you described yourself as someone with honor, courage, and valor.
I've never said those things.
Yes,
I
you
said
have.
I hate mages and that they need to die.
That's close enough.
Scotland's gonna step forward and demand that Nargosh steps back. That's an order.
He's still groaning. It's just one long groan.
Please elaborate on this village.
He will produce a map scroll and lay it out on the ground and point to a place you haven't been in probably half a year. Lyminster. Let's say,
Oh,
this is where everything begins, sort of. This is where it begins now. I
wait a
suppose.
minute. This village. Weren't we assigned to this village when we were originally appointed as realm protectors?
Yep, and you decided we needed to leave because there wasn't enough booze.
I didn't decide to leave. You're the one
Yes,
who killed
you
a
did.
bunch of people and threw their bodies out the window to
the-
rot in the street overnight.
The person who's produced the map will look at you and say, "What do you mean, not enough booze? It's a brewing town."
I don't know. She drank it or something. That's why we
We
left.
left because Nargosh is a meathead.
No. People attacked us, so I killed them.
I got it.
And
I got
we
it.
threw them out the
I'm
window.
going to be the tiebreaker. I vote Kara's story.
You weren't even there, so you don't get a say.
You know the two people who do get a say, though? Watcher and Shintoinlin.
Dun dun dun!
I
I'm
shouldn't.
gonna crit you
Regardless.
so hard.
Regardless of why we left, getting back to this village is going to be nigh impossible. We are wanted as deadly criminals in that country.
10 gold says he can port us there.
I can't, but I can waive the crime, seeing as how, I'm the king of the place.
You were dead! How are you a king of
I
the place if you're
wasn't
dead?
dead! I'm a paladin! Astral projection, have you ever heard of that?
No!
Good. I don't have that. I was pulling off some strange shenanigans. Look, I'm the king of the place. I put the posters up to try and rein you back here because you're the ones that need to start helping with this. The people who
Go, guys.
died because of your lack of watch, and their deaths catapulted us into a very strange situation.
So, if I go... Wait. You're a king there, right?
Yes,
Tell this bastard to fix my house. He blew it up.
that was in Tanalorn.
Tell this bastard to fix my house because he blew it up.
It's like,
Gosh has no understanding of how anything works.
I will give you a house. I will give you a better house than the one you had.
Okay.
Let's say
I'll go back then.
I cannot get us back via magic, and unfortunately, and he will point to the shaman. The shaman's magic requires knowledge of where he was going.
Wait. You are a paladin. Can't you just pray us there?
Not really, no.
I think my IQ is dropping.
That
Have
would
you tried?
that would be a clerical thing.
I guess we need to start walking.
Yep, to the nearest port city. And
Oh,
You know
no.
anyone in the area who could possibly
Oh.
teleport us. The longer we're on the road, exposed, traveling to Wyminster, the higher the chances of getting arrested. And most likely put on trial for murder and beheaded.
You can
Thanks
just
to
give us a
Nargosh.
piece of paper that says we didn't do it.
But we did do it.
No, well, he's the king, so whatever he says goes.
You've been carrying the heads around.
Have I? I'm gonna check my bag. Are they in there?
yes,
Oh.
You have at least 2 mages' heads in there.
Completely forgot about these.
The smell didn't give him away?
Nope.
This
I
is...
probably couldn't smell it over your bad fucking breath.
I was about to say this is Nargosh. The king will stare at you for a second and just put a hand up and just say, "No, you're cleared of the crimes as long as you go back and start doing something about this."
Yeah,
And
but
how
to
will
get
that message travel ahead of us? How will they know when we arrive?
He will hand you a piece of paper with a
I
sign.
told you.
It's a signed writ. I don't actually know which of you can read common. I'm guessing at least one. You said at the beginning of the game you couldn't!
Yeah, I know. He doesn't know that.
I can speak common.
My IQ.
It's just...
My brain cells. They're
it's-
dying in the droves.
It's a writ that clears you of your crime, and it's officially... or it's marked with the official seal of Aranth.
So
All right,
when I tell
go back.
him that
By the way, I can speak common.
we all can speak common. He said read.
Oh well, then yes. Read. Yes. Yes to that. More than you can do.
No, that's
I
not
couldn't
hard. I
it
can't read at
before
all.
because I was too drunk, but I can read it when I'm sober.
So, upon hearing that we have to get our asses moving, I'm going to shape into a horse. I'm gonna walk over to Kara, and I'm totally just going to, almost like headbutt her, but try and get her onto my back using my neck.
I'm going to ride a
Yeah.
horse. I'm going to ride a pony. To Wyminster.
Now I have to begin the game of figuring out how the hell is the most expeditious way to get to Wyminster. Here, I'm going to bring up the world
Lorraine-
map, and I will let
Lorraine
you
is gonna
guys...
be my mount.
I will let you guys figure out how you want to
Hey.
go.
We all have horses, by the way.
Yeah, but that doesn't help when you have to go across the ocean.
No, I'm
I'd rather
saying
ride on
it's
a
like,
horse that can transform into like a giant
I don't like water.
No one likes
you're a
water.
druid. You can be a dolphin or a bird or a
I
shark.
don't like water.
I don't need it!
bird. Alright, so right now we are in Baga, yes?
Yes. Which is marked with the most inopportune color ever.
So, if we're gonna get back to Wyminster, we need
Now it's marked
to
with the
go
good color.
up. So
take
that
us-
would imply we should probably go to Gorga
We'll take a Cessna.
or Old Dog. Old Dog is closer, but we'll be on the sea longer.
That's the way we need to go.
You're not taking a Cessna.
Let's go to Old Dog. It's closer. It's down. We'll be on the ocean longer, but at least it's faster than traveling on land.
Okay.
What?
The squeaky toy agrees.
My dog is trying to kill our baby, and I have no idea what the hell is going on.
Testing 1, 2.
Hello.
Oh,
There we go.
anyways,
So, like... that... That's a terrible line. So there...
Weiss is having some audio
Testing.
issues.
We can hear you. You're coming through.
Alright, hang on. Go ahead.
Anyway, when traveling with my merchant friend in the past, he often told me about the different main continents, and if we go to one of the main cities, they might have a mage guild that could provide us safe teleportation to the other continent. I see that we're not too far away from Sengada,
Snaga in Vigolms.
from Snaga.
That is another orcish
They don't.
tribe.
They don't like me there.
No one likes you anywhere.
I know.
Let's be honest about that.
I know.
Then
I
what
try-
if we
I
charter
try
a
so
boat
hard.
to? What if we charter a boat to Drangalek then?
That could be a thing.
Where is that? I'm looking for it on the map.
Drangalek?
The actual name of the nation is Drangcairn. The capital is Dranglake.
Oh.
Oh, but then we'd still have to walk.
No, you're saying you could probably find a mage there that could teleport you then.
No, we're not dealing with mages. Have we not had conversations before? I'll kill them.
Escatla's gonna turn to Nargosh and tell him that mages and magic are just as much part of this world as you and I are and everyone else is.
And would you trust me with a baby? No,
No.
you would not. So, mages are evil because I can't be trusted with children.
But how does that leap of logic work?
I'm telling you, my IQ is dropping drastically.
Look, it makes sense. You guys just aren't, intelligent enough to
It makes sense
understand.
to people who have 2 friggin' brain cells.
Look, just because you have whack poo brain doesn't mean my analogy.
No, that's you that has whacked out poo brain.
Escatla
You're doing
is
a
going
better
to
job
smack.
of protecting us.
Escatla is going to smack Nargosh hard
For the newspaper.
and tell him to shed this senseless, illogical hatred of magic and mages and everything else. We're going to Drencairn. We're going to go to the capital of Dranglake, and we're going to find a mage who's going to teleport us. And you're going to like it. If you don't
No.
like it, you can stay here.
Okay.
One of the shamans will step forward and kind of sheepishly look and say, you know there are orcs that can perform magic too, like the arcane kind. And
Yeah, and they should be dead.
so you're gonna kill the head shaman of the land? And he points over to him.
That's not arcane. That's natural.
The shaman will look at you and just have this look of, how is someone so stupid still alive?
Thank you. for
He will
Christ's
produce
sake.
an arcane bolt of energy and say, my power isn't limited to the powers of the spirits.
Should be.
No, it shouldn't. Dragon's blood flows through all of us. It is the catalyst for our sorcerous powers.
Heresy.
You have dragon's blood in you as well.
No.
Do I have to call forth the spirits to tell you this?
No, call forth a freaking god so we can get bitched out in front of us.
No, they yelled at me enough.
They haven't yelled at you nearly enough yet.
I didn't consider an orc to teleport us because no one suggested it or offered whenever we were speaking earlier.
The problem is that our magic still does require us to at least know where the target is. We have to have some amount of familiarity with the place, or we have significant amounts of problems. You could end up somewhere that looks like it, you could end up somewhere nowhere near it, you could end up in a wall. That's very unfortunate.
Well, to your knowledge, where is the nearest place to Wyminster that any one of you knows or is familiar with and could teleport us there?
We could get you to Gorga, or somewhere in Gond. Gorga's probably closer. Gond probably has more mages that might be able to get you there. For the record, Gond's over here. Or
I'm going to turn to the party and ask
coincidentally
them what would they rather do? Be teleported to Gond?
Totally
Gorga.
teleported.
In Gond, we could possibly find a mage to teleport us elsewhere who has more knowledge of where we're going. In Gorga, we could take a boat and go by that way. Either way, we're wasting time, and we need to leave as soon as possible.
I'm not allowed an opinion, so it doesn't matter.
Nope, you're not.
Only saved everybody multiple times, but
And killed yourself intentionally in the process.
I've
By
never
a kobold.
intentionally killed myself.
Kobold ate you.
I only intentionally made myself pass out. He killed me.
You ate yourself.
Shintoinlin's fine with, either way. He will point out that he did charter a boat in Gorga to go somewhere.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that thing he was doing for this entire time, or that entire time. And Watcher is fine either way, although I'm fairly certain he'd probably be more comfortable being teleported. That's probably just because he's an arcane caster.
He's not a caster.
Yes, he is.
No, he's an arcane melee.
You don't understand anything about magic, do you?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you have the option of going by boat, because you do have a boat chartered already.
Could they teleport us to the boat?
Yes, they can teleport you to Gorga. The boat is chartered in Gorga.
Alright, well, since that's already ready to go, and to give Shintoinlin's work some purpose.
No
we
hashtag
teleport
Dan the
to
man.
Gorga.
Alright. Now, does someone want to roll me a D100 and pick high or low?
Low. Because Shorty got low. She had them apple bottom jeans. And then boots with the fur.
Okay, the teleport goes off just fine, and you arrive in Gorga. It is about the same as you had left it. Nothing's been burned down, all of the buildings are still intact. Really, it looks like none of you had been here, pretty much.
Wait, we didn't light this place on
Everywhere we
fire.
go,
No, you
the
didn't.
lake is-
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
But you left Shintoinlin here alone for 40 days.
that is
he's
true.
fine.
But he can guide you to the ship. The ship is currently in dock, and you will talk with the captain for a little bit and say, well, we can go to wherever it is we wish, as long as it's in it's in the Great Kingdoms. We'll say, do we have someplace we want to land in particular?
Right off the coast of Westminster.
Not any place wet.
I suggest if it's easier, whatever's easier for you. Grafeld, off the coast of Westminster, whatever gets us to Westminster as fast as possible. As best
And
as
in
you
one
can
piece.
perform. Yes, one piece preferably.
He'll say,
I would pat Farain. She's my mount. I'm ready now.
the best bet would be land in Grafeld, and that's only because we need mooring and docking to actually successfully make port. Otherwise, it's going to be...
Don't they have one of those little rowboat things? They could just park off the side of a coast, put us in a rowboat, we can row to the shore, and then one of their dudes can row the boat back, and then they're out.
That runs...
Roads potentially hold hazards. We were wanted, we have paperwork, but that can be complicated. And if
say
there's trouble there, the roads are probably being watched as well.
there are some issues with trying to land us next to or along the coast. We don't actually know what the waters are like, if there's any sort of reef or anything. We risk running aground if we get too close to the point where we could safely drop you off. I'll say, but if that's what you wish, we can drop you off on the coast near Westminster.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let me begin calculating how long that will take. Wait, hold on.
And the minute.
Hashtag.
Months. Okay. He will say.
What?
He will say it will take about 3.5 months to get from here to there.
A long time to keep Nargosh
We have-
cooped up.
Yeah. Do we have provisions?
Yes.
Preferably of the alcoholic kind.
Yes, the ship has more than enough provisions.
Mm.
More than enough for her? Are you kidding?
Do you have any, little board games? Something to entertain Nargosh?
They have a Rubik's Cube. They'll give it to Nargosh.
And he
You might
oddly
want
enough,
to have something simple.
he oddly enough solves it in 20 seconds.
Alright, Link.
No, he has one retardedly good thing he's good at: killing and Rubik's cubes.
That's not one thing.
And
Well,
Flex.
Oh
killing-
my god, my IQ.
Killing is natural. Killing is a complete natural thing for him.
Killing is our business.
Stop
Business is
talking.
good.
You just
I think most of the towns
Shut
we've
up.
been through have been like half destroyed so far. I think Gorga is the only town that has survived our presence thus far.
And
Yes.
Gorball. Gorball survived, but you only passed through there.
The hell's Gorbo? Yeah, see, it's the towns that I don't remember us being in are the ones that survived.
Yep. Oh, and Arinth. Arinth did survive.
That's because it's too big.
Yeah.
Because it's the capital of a nation.
Nargosh has ADHD.
I said 3.5 months, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah, that's longer than I tacked into my notes. It's 105
Nargosh
days.
also sings. He sings. What would you do with the drunken sailor for 3.5 months?
Yep.
Way
And eventually
hey and
after
up
you-
she rises, way hey and up she rises.
Yep,
Have you
3.5
yet
months.
heard of Nargash again?
I'm just gonna push her in the lake. Right into the drink.
No pushing anyone off the ship.
I was going to ask the spirits if I could summon Cthulhu.
Do you
That
wish
would,
to get underway?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't push her into the water.
Stop looking at the stream!
Now you know how I feel.
I rolled.
Oh. Oh, never mind.
What are you talking about?
Could you re-add me to the call? I'm gonna close Skype down for a
Yep.
second.
Let me drop tokens. Because this might become relevant. Did you look at the stream?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
I'm talking to people.
Pop the chat out!
No.
Then don't complain about what you see.
I'm not complaining. I'm kind of sad that Jarl isn't here.
Okay, that's better.
Alright. So, about a month into the travel, you are currently located somewhere close to the Smalllands. The day's going by pretty smoothly. It's about midday. You haven't hit too much bad weather in the trip so far. When one of the deckhands calls, and he just gives sort of an alarmed calling. Let me find deckhand tokens.
I'll be up in the crow's nest.
Okay.
Nargosh is at the wheel.
Oh God.
Where's the wheel?
It's back here somewhere.
He's actually a very good sailor.
Captain. And a few more deckhands.
All right, now I'm not allowed to look at the stream. So how do I pop this thing out? Oh, pop out chat. Pop out?
Yeah, I want to know that too. I can't. Will someone send me the link to the stream?
I'm getting yelled at by people.
Hey, you have advanced knowledge that you should not in any way have.
Yeah, but I've never avoided traps because of it. Not allowed to do anything fun.
Could someone send me a link to the stream, please?
Yep, 1 second.
Me too, please.
I'll just give you a link to the pop out.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
link to the pop out.
Oh,
The deckhand will cry, and he will inform everyone that there's a large shape moving off the bow of the ship.
Captain Moss.
Naturally.
He will The captain will sort of move over to the deckhand and take the spyglass and look and become very pale suddenly.
Hold on, I have some things I need to Google.